if you guys want to say your name, and then just share something positive, and it doesn't have to be, it can be anything, but I think we are like going on no more negative. Let's share something positive that's happened in your business because of coaching, or something in your life that's happening because of this journey. Yeah, Kim.
Kim Nash, pretty new. Just started at the very end of February, beginning of March. Really, the community has been a positive thing for me. Like just everybody, the everybody's that just comment on your posts, say positive things, and just give you the encouragement and keep you going. So I thank everybody.
Real stomach, guys. Kate's crying. Who's that? Amanda, you were raising your hand. I saw it.
What was I going to say? So I think a lot about. No, I'm not gonna cry. But I remember first. I always think like when I travel so much, like coming, driving on the way here. I thought about the first time I went to parents' house and I brought chicken nuggets. Y'all probably heard the story before, but I brought chicken nuggets. We went to the Towson Mall because that was the closest Chick-fil-A, and then we ended up being like an hour or two late. And I showed up with chicken nuggets. I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are gonna freaking hate me because I didn't get grilled nuggets, and no one's gonna like my chicken nuggets because and Farron took those chicken nuggets and she like brought me right out to the front of the backyard because it was at our old house where she had the like fire pit and stuff. And she was like, the real MVP, Amanda with the chicken nuggets. And then they were gone in like 10 minutes. But I remember being so nervous going there because I really, honestly, I didn't know anybody. I just knew Farron as somebody from high school, we'll leave it at that. And then,
We're not telling the story.
But then going from there, then I went to the Emerald Retreat. That was November, and then I qualified for the Emerald Retreat and went in February, and I left my luggage at home, which that was a whole ordeal too. And I remember when I got there, I was crying because I'm like, what the heck did I do? I drove all the way to freaking Western Maryland. Ashley was not a coach then, and I'm like, I'm just gonna call Ashley and get her to come pick me up, and then somebody will come pick me up from her house, and I'll just leave. But parents like, what do you need? Here's my keys, go to Walmart, get your life together. Ashley probably told me that, like, you gather your life. And then I came back, and I'm so glad I stuck with it because I'm a teacher. You guys probably know that too. But it just given me, like, there's certain aspects of my life that I know wouldn't happen and wouldn't have happened if I didn't have, the support of people that, like, I know, like, just like you said, I can go into the group and if I needed something, I know everybody's there. And women don't have that. Like, they really don't. And when I share my journey or when I'm inviting to groups, when I think about, like, this is something that everyone needs because they don't have it, it's so much easier to share, like, to ask people because it's not salesy. It's like, I know the community that they're getting and I'm glad that I have it, so.
Who's next? Anybody?
Okay.
Alright.
I'm Kayla. God, what is like not great about coaching? Like seriously, you think about it. Like there is no negatives, with coaching. The community I think is like what brings us all together and like giving us apart, coaching. But I feel like there's times when we feel like as women we're not really a part of something. Kind of feel like left out at times, like the old high school mean girls, like kind of leaving you out of groups and things like that. So when I found this community, it was like, okay, like I really feel like I'm a part of something, and I have friendships that are genuine and that are like lifelong. And then we went to this retreat, and I feel like after that, it was like, oh my God, these women are amazing. It was just so much fun. And I think at the end of the day, like, we are all literally here for a reason. We're here for a purpose. And I think it's important to always remember that. Like, there's a reason every single one of us are here today, like right now in this room. And I'm just thankful for you guys putting this on and being a part of this team.
Who's next?
Everybody has to be on.
You can get up and say something really small.
Okay. Right. So, I'm Cindy. And I'm kind of where I'm not really coaching that much yet, but I do want to try to start coaching more. I do love inspiring. I love the positivity of our group. I love how we all for each other, and that's like one of my favorite parts about it. I actually, when I first met Farron, so I love. Farron was wearing mommy and me babies in the dark, and I loved it. And I was talking to my girlfriend. I was like, "Oh my God, look, that's so sweet. I love that." I was like, "I tell him." My friend was like, "You know?" I'm like, "No." I have right in. No, but I have to be smart because I love that she's doing that. And I know it's like it's hard. I know I struggle if I'm going to go out and do something like that. I struggle. So like I have to tell her. I think that's really cool. So we started talking, and she was talking about her beach body. Fine, I play sports. I think too that way. But as I got older and having 2 kids and all their activities, like I can't use I would play soccer. But I'm like down to one night. I can't stay in shape with soccer when I leave. I am late nights and then I'm stretching and I'm binging myself. Not actually in my 20s, and I think sometimes. So I love that this group has helped me become a morning person. I love seeing everyone in the morning. But I love seeing everyone in the morning, and I love how it inspires each other and we push for each other. And, like Lindsay will call me out like, "Come on, go faster!" I love that. I love all the positivity, and I think it helps me. Sometimes I just don't feel like working out in the morning. I'm like tired. I have a late long day at work, and I'm just. But I actually get up pretty late. Like I love being. That's really helpful.
I'm Rachel Mason, and I met Farron, I don't know, like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. My daughter's 7, so 7 years ago. And we met through a mutual friend, and we both started Beachbody around the same time on 2 different teams. And my team sucked. I tell Farron that all the time, like, they just sucked. And she kept asking, like, "Do you want to come?" And I'm like, "No, I'm on a team already. I already, like," and I kept saying, "I love these guys. I love these." They all quit after a year. Our, like, leader just, like, up and left us. So then after I had my son, I decided I needed to, like, get my life together. And I don't remember if I reached out to her or she reached out to me, but it was like she just welcomed me again, and I just was so glad to join in with a positive, uplifting. Like I even asked one of my friends who was on the other team with me, and I was like, "You should come join us." And she was like, "Oh, but all they did, like, I'm just so worried because they don't eat any processed food, and they don't, like, every time I would eat a candy bar or something, I'd feel bad." I was like, "Oh, well." So I think it's just a very different team. It's very, I don't know. It's just, and like you said, the morning Zooms are like, they're my life right now because I live in Virginia with my husband and kids, but by myself, pretty much.
Never right up there.
I don't have anyone down there. I'm by myself, so yeah. Are you staring at me?
I'm Sarah Gear. So something that I love about coaching, I honestly love, like, and I posted about this the other day, and it was honestly just right from my heart, is that where I am weak, you are strong. Why are you gonna be? I feel like I'm gonna cry, and it's true, right? Like, so I was like, ooh, I need to know something about Chibi Mindset. I knew Gina was doing it, so I messaged Gina, and I'm like, I need to know all the things, like, to help one of my customers. Like, that's it. Like, where I am weak, you are strong. And that makes us, cheesy, better together. Yeah, here you go. That's about it.
That's like our new, like, with the
That's what
tagline
my
at
shirt
the
says.
end.
Yeah.
Right? You're so
gonna be a little awkward, muffled a
We
little.
like it.
It's okay.
But I'm still on the newer side. Like I haven't really gotten like a big snowball going with coaching, but I know personally, like for me, I've had a huge transformation. Just everyone here pushes me out of my comfort zone, and I will like I've tried so many different things over the years, and like it just works. And so I feel like really everyone does need this because there is that sense of community. People will push you. People will text you and when you're having a hard time and where's Camille? Say just get fucking done. Now and text me when you're done. And I did. And I felt so much better. Yes. So it's good for accountability. So that's awesome. And I mean, people have pushed me. Like I wasn't really thinking of doing 10 rounds, and someone said you need to do it, and so I did it, and I loved it. So I mean, it's just pushing me out of my comfort zone because otherwise I'd be like, oh, I just want to do some yoga, and now I'm like crushing it.
Yes.
I'll go, it's fine. We have to stand up. Okay. All right. I'm Christy. And so one thing I love about coaching is the community. And the retreats, they're literally my favorite. So when I signed up to be a coach, it was after I saw the first annual retreat with Kate and a couple other people that aren't here. You were there, I think. No, I wasn't. No, so just Kate. Anyway, I saw it. And I saw they were like taking pictures together and just like hanging out. And I was like, I want to do that. Like that looks so much fun. So then I signed up and I made it my goal to like go to the retreat. And every single retreat after that I've been invited on. I didn't get to go to the one time retreat, but it would work. Anyway, so retreats are my favorite and I love sharing the community with other people. So I just want to say that I'm really proud. Today I had 4 personally sponsored coaches here. And 4 were supposed to be last year, I don't think I had any of my personally sponsored that like made the jump and wanted to go to Summit. So I feel like once you share that and get them to actually come, they see how awesome it is. I did that thing. I have no excuse. And Kate's my best friend and I wouldn't never know.
Any other team names?
We do big things. Me and Kate finally made our team together. We talked about it. I don't even know if it was last summer or the summer before. We've been too chicken to kind of branch off, but we have. And we are extra spark, and we made our team page, and we're starting to grow from there. Great things for mom and grandma.
Love it.
All right, somebody else cry.
Benny?
So I am a member of Farintea. I've known Ashley forever, since we were little. And what I really enjoy is when I'm not really feeling it, you know, I have a little baby too, and it's hard sometimes. I'll have someone like message me, I did awesome today, or I'm down 4 pounds this week from this new program I'm doing, I can't believe it. And it's so encouraging, and it makes me feel so good to make an impact. So, you know, coming to this and really kind of jumping into it, once I started to see how others were responding, it was a game changer. Like it just made me feel so good, and it made me feel good that others were feeling good. So that's really when I was like, all right, let's do it. We're doing it. And then, you know, my sister-in-law gets to be here with me, and we went to the beach and we worked out together, and it was a really cool thing that we brought our weights and we're like, we're doing it. While everyone else was at home, we like went up to the beach, did it. And it was like a really amazing thing that we got to share together and get to continue to share together.
Anybody else want to go?
Yeah, you don't understand.
So I'm Katie Crow. I met Christy at work last year. I'm a discount coach because Beachbody changed my life. I lost 103 pounds. Oh wait, 103.
Like what?
Okay, so this I would not have worn like 4 years ago, like never. So okay. So anyway, I am a discount coach for now because I love Beachbody products, and it was great. Just knowing that I have the support, the stupid Apple Watch stuff, like in it to win it. Like when I don't work out, she's like, "You didn't work out." Oh yeah, you just bought this program. Work out. Okay. And it was also great because I've never been really like friends with girls. Like I've always been very self-conscious about being friends with girls. And it's like, that's so kind of mean, like for real. Some girls. Like in my experience, girls have been kind of mean. And so it's been great to meet a group of girls that I know last year on Mother's Day Crunch and Brunch, we did like a pyramid, and all I was thinking was, we are literally and figuratively lifting each other up, and it was awesome. And then I know this is stupid, but like it was so metaphoric for me. I was like, this shit is for real. And also, like when I met Farron, I never met Farron ever, and she walked by and she said hello, and it was like we were sisters. And like she was so happy to see me. I was like, okay. Hey girl. It's just like I never met her ever, and it was like instant, like friends. I don't know, just kind of whatever. That's it. I don't know what else to say. I'll let her this out. So discount is cool. I have no people under me. I'm a kind of a half-ass coach, but whatever. You're here.
Are we making
I want you to.
What? Anna? Big turn.
Karen. Most of you know me and know my story. I'm going to get through this without crying. So, I started tearing up. So, I just want to talk a little bit about the community. I'm just very thankful to have you guys turned out to her.
Oh, we love you.
My back started on me. So just to follow along, I'm a half-ass coach too. Discount right now. But I probably will cry because piggyback off of. So I joined it before, got out of it, and then I had 2 miscarriages within 6 months of each other. And then also on top of that, figured out why, because I have a severe case of PCOS. So obviously I can't lose weight. So jump back in, like I saw Sarah and our kids went to school together, and then Amanda, and I was like, excuse me, I cuss. I'm a sailor. I'm sorry. No, it doesn't right thing.
You fit right
I was
in.
like, yes, that's moms. Yes.
Finally.
So I was like, what the fuck am I doing? My father-in-law passed away in December, and literally I had dropped like so much weight, and then like in 2 months put it all back on, and I'm like, I've got to do something. Like my son, he encourages me. He's like, good job, mommy. He's like, God damn it. So like, I'm getting ready to leave today. He's like, you got your weights? I said, I don't need them. You got your mat? I said, I don't need it. She was like, you got your water tracks? Because I've been using them. And I was like, I don't need them. He's like, all right. So this guy is, I told Sarah earlier, I'm down 2 pounds this week. So. Back into like hardcore. I mean,
Christ, I woke up at 2:15 in the morning to work
Yes!
out before I went to Lancaster. So, I mean, just the women encouragement. I've only ever been around men. I'm in the fire department. So, having women to encourage you and just push you, it's a great thing. So.
Everyone cried at Will Summit too.
It's fine. It's Will Summit.
It's meant to.
He's like looking at me like that. I'm Katie. So I mean, I feel like I feel in my soul literally everything that Eric said. So I feel like I'm gonna just repeat it and I'm gonna start crying. Sure. But like I feel like you guys know this. I said this before that I didn't have a lot of friends like college that were all friends that were super close. Like I had one best friend when I was 16, but like to find this now, and I said this already before too, but like as a mom, you really need friends, and I feel like it's hard to make friends when you're green. I feel like I really found this group of women, and I look for this other day, like I have no idea what my life would look like if I didn't meet. Like, you know, it just means so much. But I'm just super happy to be here to be able to inspire others. And, like I can't imagine not meeting you. Like you inspire me every same year. But I'm just happy to be part of this and helping other women. You guys help me. So.
So I think that is important. Kind of like with what you're saying about Kayla's post. We are so hard on ourselves. So what I think that I like about this coaching community and just our group of women is that when you are hard on yourself, we are here to stop that talk. Today Christy said, I'm having a bad body day. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, look at me.
I say it's like my husband.
It's just, you want to have those people that lift you up because we're so hard on ourselves, and then that's what this is. I don't know. It's the most important to me. Like, I had these shorts on and they've been hanging up in my room.
In the picture?
I have two of the same size, and yeah, they're buttoned now. I don't know. It's just great. I probably would have quit, but it's the community that keeps us going. Like the Zoom calls in the morning, and this that I can post and say, hey, everybody knows my shorts, right? Like, that's just great. It is. Like, I know. It's just great. Like, because you want people to have your back without being like, tell me I look good. Like, we do it for each other. It's not like the attention seeking. It's like, I'm freaking proud of you. It's just I'm proud of everybody. Yeah, I'm proud of you guys.
I'm Melissa. Piggybacking on what everyone else said, it's the community. Like recently, I've started dabbling into boot camps and things like that, but there's nothing out there like this. Yeah, you guys, these events, retreats, they're what gives me life. So.
You look great, Melissa.
I'm Nikki. For anyone that knows my story, you will cry. I started Beachbody back in 2014 on a completely different team, ended up losing 5 pounds. So I knew the product worked. Then I got pregnant with my daughter. Then my marriage started later, I ended up filing for divorce. And I got a message from Christy. And it wasn't trying to sell me anything. It wasn't preaching the product or anything like that. And the second I joined, I realized that I made the best decision of my life because I am not the same person I was 2 years ago. And it is because of all of you.
I'm sorry, guys. I should have been prepared.
My eyes are sweating.
Oh,
Are you just in?
Sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Everything everybody else already said, I completely agree. The community, being in my 30s, and a woman, and it's hard to find friends, and all the things, like, yes to everything. But I think what Karen had started to say, and what I think Sarah had started to say as well about being there to lift each other up, and we don't always know what somebody else is going through, but we're always still here for each other no matter what. And I kind of touched on it at the Emerald Retreat, but like I've had a really rough couple of years. But I had a really difficult fall and was just in a really bad place. And the one thing I did consistently for myself was get up every morning and get on a Zoom call with the morning girls. And they didn't know that anything was going on, and they didn't know that they were impacting the one positive thing that I was taking from every single day. And I love my husband and I love my family and I'm so grateful for all of those things. But when you're in a dark place like that, nothing is going to help you. But you guys have no idea the hole that you were taking me out of. And just, I don't know, that's to me what this is all about. And again, it's like you don't have to communicate with each other. We all just kind of know, and you're there, and we're all going through something. I can't see who's on, but if Caroline is on, like, we're all going through something, and the fact that we barely know each other is unreal to me. And I constantly think about going to my first retreat and seeing Christy in the driveway, who I had like never met in my life, and she was just like, "Oh my God!"
Ran up like you were on a beach, and it was
It was just like my long lost love, and I'm just like, "Cool, this is a weird hall." Like it's weird that it's not here. Like, and I didn't introduce myself to anybody here that I had never met because I already know you. Like Amanda, I can tell you everything about yourself. Like
She's not a stalker. I promise.
I do. Like I described Chris's bedroom for a night at California. It's fine. But I'm off track. Thank you for like doing all that you do, and being there for each other, and being there for me, and just keep showing up for each other, and just know that no matter what, just keep showing up and keep putting your effort in, and don't leave us. Like I hadn't seen Farron in like months, and when you told us that you were moving, I cried, like full on sob.
I cried too. She told me at work.
Frank was like, "What's wrong?" And you're like, "Farron's moving. I don't know what to do. I'm such a bad friend." Like I'm off the wall. I'm gonna sit down. But like, thanks for being friends and nice.
That was so good.
Sorry, guys, if you're getting car sick.
I am not a public speaker. I am Lauren. If it wasn't for Amanda, I wouldn't be here. I am like, where to start? I get really nervous.
I do too. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. I'm brand new. Like I just started. Kind of like we kind of like half off products, stuff like that. But Amanda got me started. She just kind of told me about everything. I saw her results. We started off with Weight Watchers, and I was like, I mean, you are killing it. So I said, I need to do something. Because after I had my daughter, I started feeling depressed. I was never, like, I was one that never had weight, nothing. So when your body goes through those changes, you don't really know what to do with yourself. And like everyone else said, people are mean, so mean. So I lost a lot of friends. You have kids, they don't want to go out. You have kids, they act like they're dead. Like you can't do anything. Right. Shoot, I'll go to home. So I started to get depressed. And as you get depressed, pick up weight, you start picking fights. Amanda really pulled me out of that a lot. And if it wasn't for that, I don't think she was gonna say that. I am so happy I came today because I was really pulled out of my comfort zone. I mean, I may have looked confident in what I was wearing, but I don't. I normally don't wear stuff like that. I was like, I don't know. I feel like I really need to be covered up. And then like, no, girl, I promise you look fine. And your husband will tell you, oh, you look great. But I'm like, you have to say that. Because you're not going to tell me I look bad. But then, like, they throw little hints at you. It's like, oh, hey, so you don't work out tonight? And, yeah. But you guys are amazing. And I cannot wait to really be a part of this. I'm not on Facebook right now. I'm kind of deleted it once all this stuff started going on with Corona. So I'm just tired of hearing all the activity. But I'm going to get back on because of all of you. Like, I want to be a part of it.
When you get like,
You're the last one.
yes.
Oh wait, Ashley, go ahead. It's the Ashleys.
All right, I'm Ashley. I am under Amanda. I started September of last year after having a baby and miscarriage and going through depression. And I remember following Amanda's journey, and I wanted to do it, but I was scared. I was tired of failing. I had done diet pills. I did it all. And it didn't work. I went to bed like every single night with stomach pains just because I ate like shit. Because I ate food and that comforted me. And so anyway, Amanda messaged me every single month since you told me that you were pastoring somebody because I remember I was nursing my daughter and I used every excuse. I'm dairy free, which I love Christy because I remember being at the retreat. She shared that she was dairy free, and I was like, well, shit, I could have done this, but I didn't. So anyway, I decided to sign on, and I signed on as a customer because I was scared, and I figured probably it's not going to work. So anyway, within a month, Amanda reached out. She's like, wasn't Josh in the military? I was like, yeah, why? She's like, you can sign up as a coach and get a discount and not have to pay coach fee. And I was like, well, sign me up because everybody wants that extra discount. So that's what I did. So I worked on myself from like September to January. And of course, I saw all the posts about the Emerald Retreat. And I was like, so anyway, I messaged Amanda and I was like, what do I need to do? She's like, sign 2 people up. Dude, done. I was like, January, I was ready to go. I literally hit it at the last possible day, but I was so determined that I was going to go. And actually that weekend, I was supposed to have my daughter baptized and I canceled it. Just so I could go on the retreat. So I was going to have her friend's birthday. So I showed up the day that I was having my daughter's birthday, had her birthday,
And then I was going to have her baptized, and then COVID hit, and she is yet to be baptized.
Priorities, it's fine.
But I would say, like, just, like, I remember the years I was like, I'm getting on those green calls no matter what, even though I knew nobody. But I remember showing up at the retreat when we were allowed to show up, and like I was there an hour by myself with Farron and Ashley, which I had never met Ashley in person. Farron I knew from high school from playing soccer against her. We really didn't know each other, but we played soccer against each other. But I would just say, like, the community, being able to like get to know each and every one of you.
I'm not a talker either normally, but I've been a coach for 3.5 years and I've been pregnant for all of it. My first pregnancy, I kind of let everything go. I gained more than 50 pounds when I was pregnant with my son. And after he was born, I really had a hard time with depression and anxiety. And then I kind of thought back, like, what was the really good thing before he was born? And it was all of you. So I jumped back in, and it's been straightforward since. So I did coaching through my pregnancy with my daughter, and now here we are. I have a joke that I hit 143 and I get pregnant because that's what's happened 3 times. But
Just skip that 143
I'm
next
gonna
time.
skip that. But I finally named my team too. I named my team Team Illuminate because this was my light in the darkness. So that's what you guys have.
Where's she? Oh. Wait, can we just take into appreciation her knees? Is that from the workout?
Yeah. It's fine. It's with knees on, or push-ups on your knees.
Fun.
So
Hard work.
I'm Tennille, for everyone that doesn't know, but my name has 6 out, so everyone pretty much knows who I am. I would piggyback off of everybody else, minus the pregnancies, because I have teenagers, and I will never go there again. I guess it's all about this community for sure. The first time I met Ashley and Barrett, it was actually right here. My person that signed me up was like, was like, you have to come, and I was like, I'm not coming to that house with all these people that I don't know. Are you kidding me? And working out, like, I'm gonna sweat with, I'm not doing it. And I'm so glad that I did. I literally walked in the door, and Barron walked in, and she's like, "You're Tennille," and I just had this huge hug, and I was like, "You must be Barron." And it's been just amazing ever since then. Like, the Zoom calls are everything. I literally say before we have Robert kind of school updates, oh my gosh, I don't want to go back originally in September because I'm not going to have this Zoom. And then I was like, oh, maybe we'll just figure it out. And now we're not going back till January. So now I'm like, hey, we have till January together. This is great. It's
So happy.
I know. It's just so amazing. You guys are literally right there for everything. We were on a happy hour call one night, and Farron was like, you have to share this photo. And I was like, I don't want to share this photo. I'm going to puke. And Ashley was like, oh my God. And then I think I posted on one of the transformation things, and I actually posted the photo, and Kate was like all over it. And then today, Kate was like, oh my God, I don't even know that girl in that bathing suit photo. And it's like a blue bathing suit. And I was like, you know, after all of this, I don't either. Like, I don't know who that was, but I love where I've come. Like, from the start of this to now. And after seeing your guys' retreat photos, I messaged Farron and I was like, I want that. Like, I want to go to that retreat. I want the photos. I want the whatever. And I was Emerald, like, a week later, and now seeing the diamond one, I'm like, I want diamond. I want to go there and have fun on a beach. So it's just amazing the support system that's with this community. So thank you guys.
Everybody watching at home, we want your takeaways too.
Coach Jared. So yeah, obviously echo clearly what everybody says. I always think it's interesting. I say this to my husband all the time. I'm like, all these women are so inspirational. I'm like, I don't have a story like they do. I had 2 kids, didn't really work out, was an athlete my whole life, and wasn't really happy with myself, and very happy to put on this like challenge that's kind of key. And I was like, competition, like it's on, like game on, let's do this, like let's lose weight. And so I got in, and Farron put up with all of my like, oh well, you know, money, and I'm an accountant, and and all the things. And she's always like, that's fine, whatever, you're good. And I was like, oh, this is fun, like I like this. And it was a competition against myself. It wasn't ever a competition with any of the women. And that was when I was like, oh, this is different. Like, this is being supported and encouraged. And it wasn't like, oh, haha, I've lost more weight than you have. It was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Like, you've lost some weight. And then it's like, I put on weight. Don't worry about it. Like, we're still with you. Like, we're going to do this together. I'm going to make sure you're on that Zoom call. And I think even more, it's not about the weight. It's, you know, seeing people's transformation pictures, like it's their face and it's their happiness and it's like the pictures. I feel like Nick, yours are the ones that get me because you're like smiling and you can see through it, and then you see them now and you are like the happiest person, and like and it's in your core, it's happiness, and that's what matters, and that's what's so awesome about this. And you know, I think over the last year, our morning Zooms have changed drastically. Blowing up because so it used to be a 5:30 Zoom and a 6:30 Zoom and then a later people Zoom. And we had like jokes and competitions because like the 5:30 Zoom was like hardcore. Like we get in, we do our workout, we go to work. Like we don't talk, we say bye. That's the extended talking. The 6:30 calls are like, hey, oh, it's 7:15, maybe we can work out now. And so we have these like jokes and about like we can have more, and it was all the fun of that. And then COVID happened, and we merged, and we became one morning group. And so we still have those of us who get on early, and we do our early workout, and then we stay on, and we talk, and then the people who get on later, and they talk, and then they do the workout. So it's kind of even like expanded that community, and I feel like to Ashley's point, I remember it was like a month or two ago when you made a comment that you literally had not missed a morning Zoom in a year. And I was like, that's amazing. And I thought back and I was like, I don't know if I have. Like, I'm like, that's, and it's that. I'm like, my alarm goes off and sometimes I'm like, I don't wanna. And I'm like, oh, but if I don't, I'm gonna get yelled at. And I'm not going to be happy because I'm going to have missed some conversation, and FOMO is real. And I'm like, they're going to have talked about.
I miss a birthday workout.
Ever. Come on. You will never live it down.
I don't think I stopped my workout until like 8:30. That's all I think.
Well wishes.
You will. And you still will.
I still won't let it down.
But I mean, it's one of the things that like, we try to put out there too, like in like the Facebook groups and stuff. Like people are like, "Oh, I'm scared to get on a Zoom call." Like that's intimidating, and I'm like, it's so sad that I'm like, that's because of like all the other people that aren't in this group make you think like, "Oh, I'm intimidated." It's a group of women who are probably like crazy hardcore athletes and I'm gonna look stupid. Like, no, we all look stupid. And like I remember Rachel, she put on there that said something about like, you know, I don't know if I can get on. And I was like, okay, you're gonna get on because I'm gonna harass you basically until you sign on. And then like then she's become a regular and she's like, these morning Zooms are what make my day. And I'm like, that's what it's about. It's about, you know, encouraging others and you said it on. We don't watch we didn't say we don't watch each other. We don't watch each other. passive watching, not creepy watching, or me watching. So I mean, I think that's like the biggest thing. It's just like, I was like, okay, yeah, previous to her injury. But yeah, so thank you, Farron. Because if it wasn't for you, I don't know. I obviously wouldn't have met all the rest of you all. And it's just a great community.
Yes.
So we do. We're like, So Sunday I made a post about how like friendship, and because we always say we've met some of the best friends through this journey, right? Well, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, somebody close to me had posted apparently on social media that they don't need to pay for something in order to make friends. And I brushed it off. I was like, oh, it didn't bother me because the past is the past and whatever. But I thought about it more and more. I'm like, no, like, I don't have to pay for the workouts. I don't have to pay for my supplements. Like, that stuff is for me and my health. It's not to gain friends. It's not for any of you people. Our experiences, our community, all of our struggles, like, you know, the hard things that we pull each other out of, because each and every one of you, like, you've all been there for me. Like you said, like, you never know what somebody else is going through. Like, sometimes it's really hard. It may look like every morning, like, I can get up and do whatever, but some days are really, really hard. And it's because of each and every one of you showing up, whether it's in the group or the morning workouts or the Saturday workouts or whatever. You guys are, this is what it matters. Like, this is why it matters. You guys are some of the best friends that I have, and it has nothing to do with me purchasing a fitness program or purchasing a nutrition program or whatever. It's all about the experiences and the struggles that we come together and pull each other out of. So, I'm just thankful for each other.
I wasn't expecting to go, but I think this is your idea. Share something. This is so great. Like, just reflect on this. And I said, just say your name and share something positive. You guys are all like, I'm gonna tell you my whole story. Everybody said it, so it's so cool because you feel comfortable saying that. You know, so when people, some of you guys know, and some of you don't, I really have like a good mom, and I don't want to do this. This is not like I didn't want to like.
Do it anyway.
Yes, do it right.
Do it anyway.
So I really have a good mom, and you know, just my whole like family dynamics kind of sucks, and then I see Sawyer, and last year, you know, we left Summit, and my husband and I were talking about like I like looked at him, so we got kind of scared, like I think if it happens to us, where are kids gonna go? This mom is the worst, and my mom is not good. She wasn't good growing up. She was like just not good, like all about. She's just not good. Like we're not friends. We're not whatever. She was not great. She let a lot of things happen in my life that shouldn't have happened. It's like a lifetime movie of things. And so she, so my husband and I were talking, and I was like, we left Summit, and I was like, I love my team. Like I love it doesn't matter where you are in this team. Like I just fucking love my team. Your moms. So he said, where are my kids? Where are our kids? You know, and I said, yes, swear to God, give it to your mom. Like, yeah, I would want you. And I said, if anything ever happens to me, and I was like, this is serious, Jeff. He doesn't like talking about any of this stuff. And I was like, if anything ever happens, and I was like, I need you to call my beach bike girls. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, call Ashley. I was like, call Kate. I was like, call Ashley. And I was like, my beach body girls will know what to do for Sawyer. And I was like, they will raise her. I was like, they will make sure that she's strong and she's independent. And it was like, you know, when I said that out loud, and he was like, you're right. Like, he agreed. He was like, hell yes. Like, yeah, I'll call your girls. Like, they're going to help raise her. You know, that would happen. And I mean it. Like, we've talked to, like, Jeff and I have talked, like, do you think Ashley would take on another kid? Like, and it's crazy. I've only been friends with her, like, because of Beachbody. Like, you know what it's like, shit, like, we're just gonna leave our kids there and not tell her. Just like, I know she'll take care of that.
It's the worst time she's seen.
Write her a letter. It's like, here's my will. Sign.
Like Big Daddy.
But and it's crazy because my husband, sometimes I get upset. Like like you said, we put on great faces, and I have hard times too. There's times I want to quit coaching. Like it's just like you get a lot of no's, or you're like, do this, or you just get down on yourself about dumb stuff, and that's why we need these events. But I was really down about like, I don't have a mom, and I was like, I don't have a grandma, and I was like, I don't have anyone to just go shopping with. I was like, your daughter should have women to look up to, and I was like, just sitting on the floor crying to Jeff, like, this isn't fair. Our daughter, like, she's so cool. I was like, she deserves the best. And my husband's like, Farron, what are you talking about? He was like, every single day, look at the women you surround her with. He's like, she hears you on the Zoom calls. Like, she hears your voice memoing all day long, saying, yes, girl, you can do this. And he's like, she walks around the house pretending she's voice. And he's like, what would you do? Like, you choose who you let your daughter hang out with. And every day you choose the most inspiring women. And I was like, yeah. Okay. And so that's what this is to me. Like you guys mean everything to me, and it's crazy because I feel like the whole actually just nailed it with that. But the friends, it's crazy because I'm like Beachbody is my life, and I know it's not supposed to be coaching my body business is your life, but it is because it means I'm taking care of myself. It means my kids get to see a happy, healthy mom, which they didn't have before. I really got postpartum depression, and that my husband gets a great life and wants to have sex more. So he's happy. I mean, he's like, when you start feeling good about yourself, and you're like, yeah, okay. So my husband's happy, and I just meet the absolute best friends. I mean, I was really nervous to move to South Carolina. So I was like, man, am I going to leave my team? Like, am I going to leave this? But I haven't felt alone at all because of you guys. Like, I still feel like I'm here. Like, whether it's the Zooms or the workouts, or just like I one-on-one with a lot of you. Or Ashley and I voice memo every single day. I've never felt alone once, and I can't thank you enough for all that, for being there for me. As much as you guys are like, yeah, thanks for this. Like, I speak for Ashley and I. Like, you guys keep us going. Like, we couldn't do. There's times when it gets rough. We've had coaches quit. We've had some shitty things happen in Beachbody, but every time she's always like, I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, what in the world? Like, how can people leave me? And she's like, we're gonna look at the best. We have so much good, and like literally that it's weird how the universe works. Literally in that day, she'll screenshot me. Look at all these people that said all this great stuff, or like someone will sign up that like meant something to her, and she was like, doesn't matter. She was like, F everybody else. We really got it. And it's just like
This little coach wins.
yeah. Like something crappy will happen, like coach win. We got this. So thank you guys for being a part of our team and crushing with us. So all right, should we? Yeah, that was good, guys. We did.
Anybody on Zoom want to share? Maddie said no. Chloe said no. Rowena?
Yes.
Wait.
Oh,
She said wait.
We love you.
I just wanted to go somewhere where no one can hear me. Hey guys, I miss you guys. I just put myself, I can't even. Okay, so I was listening to Ashley out and talking, and I swear you were reading my brain. If there's one thing, I'm sorry, I can't even. If there's one thing, it's this. I never needed help in my trainings. I never needed help with my nutrition. I've been in sports most of my life. I'm a personal trainer. I have all of that stuff. And I remember when Farron first spoke to me, I'm like, I was just out of having a baby, my second child. And I had been carrying the weight I gained in my first pregnancy. It was about over 50 pounds, and I couldn't let it go. And it was more than the physical. I knew what to do, but I just couldn't do it mentally. I was in a really difficult place that no one really understood, and I don't think I really understood it either. And you think like nobody around me even noticed, because they're like, she knows what she's doing and she's strong and all of these things. Meanwhile, inside, I was broken. Like, there's a reason why I held on to that weight for as long as I did. And so I thought about it afterwards, and I said to myself, I want to get back into the fitness world. This is before Farron came in. And Farron talks to me, and I'm like, well, I don't know if this fits my thing. I don't think this is me, because I was used to the gyms, right? And then I'm like, you know what? I have nothing to lose at this point. I know what to do, but it hasn't been working. And I'm like, let's do this. And I jumped in with the launch of 80-Day Obsession, which, you know, you go from like not training for a couple of years to 80-Day Obsession. You guys have done it. It's a crazy program. And I died every single day that first month. And I cried every single day that first month. Every single day I was super sore. I signed up as a coach right away because I said, if by like some slim chance on the planet that this works, I want to be able to share that, because I want to get back into fitness. I just didn't know how I was going to do it. And nothing's worked so far for me at this stage in my life. So I did. And then I saw my first phase pictures and my jaw dropped. I couldn't believe it. And honestly, the one thing that had me showing up every day, I was sore, I was like tired, sleep deprived, because, you know, newborns, was the groups and was the people in the groups. And it was reading the posts, the struggles, the wins, and all that. And so that's it. I was propelled forward. And for the first time, by that summer, for the first time in a decade, I found myself again. And I never thought I needed like a lot of friends. I was always in sports and I always had the people around me. But for many years, I had like a few good friends that all moved away, and I was alone, and I didn't realize how badly I needed this community until I had it. And now I know I'll never want to let it go. And then 2 years later, I'm going through a very difficult season. Sorry. I'm going through a very difficult season in my life. And I know I've been a bit distant, my head's been down, I haven't been as involved because I just needed to deal with a lot of things. But just knowing you guys are there, and when I check in, it's all the difference. I don't feel as alone. And I feel like I can be full honest with you guys, because I don't feel very badass right now. And I know a lot of people look at me in a certain way and think, oh, she's super strong and she looks like this and she looks like that. But the emotional part of this community and coaching and just all of it, and it's really, these past couple of months have been giving me perspective. I am not the only one on the planet going through difficult times. And when I check in with you guys, I see we're all in this together. And I don't want to give up on myself, because I know other women need this as well. Especially those strong women out there that no one thinks that they need help, but they do. So on top of the fitness and the nutrition, it's all great, but it's that mindset and that heart transformation that is forever changing, that I will never let go. And this is the number one thing that coaching brought to me. I'm sorry, I can't function.
Thanks for Can I just say, I feel like I was at Summit and I was watching somebody on the stage.
I know.
I can't even see her.
We love you, Rowena.
Love you guys.
Love you. Anybody else? Chloe? No? No? Okay. All right. Let me get back to.
Well, that doesn't say what our community is. We got Taylor.